coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partners, week 15 just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting.
About ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Houston. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I've got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the
right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game. That's big Christian Wilkins in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year.
We can feel this crowd all the way up here in the press box, Mike. I mean, one play in, one sack later, and this crowd is rocking.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now, a fair catch called for and taken right at the midfield stripe. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
The biggest takeaway coming off last week's loss is he just needs to make a bigger impact overall. It certainly wasn't bad. I mean, no interceptions, protected the ball. But he needs to do more. He needs to kind of let it loose and take some more shots downfield and maybe throw into some tighter windows. For his team to win, this offense needs to be better, and at the front of that is the play of the quarter.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run with Marks. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he gets that one complete to Collins. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
At the Colts 30-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Marks. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Stroud. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will take a 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Anthony Gould now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Play action, he'll set up to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. There's Nico Collins and his Texans teammates getting set for their next possession. And he is right up there amongst the league leaders when it comes to receiving yards by a wideout this year. They'll start on the ground, and this is Marks. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. That one is caught by Collins. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. And not much there. The defense held to no gain. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Stroud going to set up the throw. He's got his man, the rookie from Florida. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. The question now, will the play stand? That's on the big man, Cam Robinson. To throw is Stroud. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. But there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. To throw, it's Stroud. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught to the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Fairbairn's able to add the extra point, and the Texans are out to a 10-0 lead.
Colts nothing.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here's Gould on the return. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive. This is going to be a Colts first down. As the tackle was made at about the 43-yard line.
That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Texans offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, first and 10. On the ground, it's Marks. Goes to the drive. He'll push ahead to the 21. Kenny Moore there to make the play.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, we're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it's going to be third down.
6 yards to go.
Throwing is Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down. The Texans set to punt this one away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Colts offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's Tyler Warren, the tight end. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. This looks like a design run, and he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
Third down and 11.
They'll look to throw. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. His kick is perfect. And the Colts are on the board. It's now 10-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. An inside give to Marks. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They bring the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, Stroud. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. 3rd down and 9.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now, Stroud. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. On comes with the punter now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Colts offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Back to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And it'll bring up 2nd down. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Throwing now on 3rd and long. In trouble, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Carry now for Marks. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. We are through 1. 10-3 is our score. More from Houston coming up in a moment. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins from the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8 as we are ready to get back underway. Open man downfield. It's Nico Collins. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. 31 yards.
It's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be. What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Taking off, Stroud avoids the contact and slides to a stop after picking up the first down.
16 yards. And the Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The UCLA man, the former first-rounder, Laiatu Latu, getting to the quarterback there for his 8th sack of the year.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did.
Second down throw for Stroud. Now, screen set up for Marks. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Brings up third down.
Now, Stroud. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
It's almost like the defense knew the back was getting the ball there. From the moment the ball was snapped, there was a defender all over him. He's able to bring him down for a loss.
Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This one from 49. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to take over possession of the football. They're in a 10-point hole, 13-3, as this drive starts with first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. I believe the Colts were in there to retain possession, yes. Indianapolis will hold on to the football. He'll drop to throw. The out to downs on the receiver screen.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
And the defense has a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
And the Colts, first down.
On the give, this is Taylor. And it's a short pickup to about the 42. Giovanni Diablo there to make the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second down.
Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. No time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up third down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Daniil Hunter. He gets there for the sack, setting up fourth down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Here's the punter now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Texans offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drop. First and 10. On the give, it's Marks. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Brings up second and 9.
from the 21. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Match to the tight end, Stover. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
They'll try to sneak it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
It's a gain of a yard.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. A pickup there of 13. First down for Houston.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll go right back to Mixon. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Big target, the tight end Stover. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. From the gun, here's Stroud. This one is caught by Kirk. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 9.
Back to throw. Stroud. This one's going to be taken in by Collins. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Houston. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and come out to the 20-yard line. The Colts offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one not quite on target. Had him too much. That one falls incomplete. Now, faking the give. That's to Parkinson, open right side. And he will be out of bounds. There is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what that is all about. On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Now they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter. He gets in to record his 2nd sack of the game, number 4 on the season.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball, that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Able to find Pittman, it's complete. He'll be stopped here, short of the 1st down marker. Penalty flag is out as well. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as they'll discuss what's to come. 4th down is looming. The Colts about set to punt as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today.
The Texans take over 1st.
The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
19-yard line.
Here's Stroud. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Open man, left side. He's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. They're able now to go down and come away with points. They'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. He finds a seam, a good run, up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that one. Throwing on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd, they need 8. Throwing is Stroud. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Stroud gonna set up the throw. Got his man. It's Kirk. And he will have a first down, and they're into field goal range now at the 30. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
26-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Timmy Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Texans tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, the Steelers at home to take on the Saints. It's the former Buckeye, Will Howard. Touchdown from 20 yards away. The Steelers keep their playoff hopes alive. They move back to 500 at 7-7 with the win. Next up, we go to Big D, specifically Arlington, Texas. Check in on the Cowboys. They're hosting the New York Football Giants. And it's Jackson Dart. This is one of the best runs from a quarterback you're going to see all year. Off he goes. One more to show you. Let's go to Philadelphia. It's the Eagles hosting the Seattle Seahawks. and it's Kenneth Walker. He'll take this one in for the score. He now has 12 touchdowns on the season. The Seahawks on top in this one at halftime. With that, let's give you a chance to look at the playoff picture in the NFC with 1 month remaining in the regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This returnable from the 4. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
It's second and 8.
Second down, and here's a run, and here's Mixon. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it third and 2.
Now, Stroud. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. On the ground, it's Mixon. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Third and inches.
It's now third and less than a yard.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
First and 10 at the 35.
From the 35, it's first and 10. On the give, this is Mixon. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's to the tight end, Stokes. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Gain of 23 yards. And the Texans first down.
They'll go play action with Stroud. This is caught for a touchdown. There is a penalty flag down. Let's see if this one holds up. Stroud comes to the line. The Texans going for two.
The Texans will line up for the
He'll look to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
On play action. Stroud. That's right. It's Joe Mixon. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They will work the middle with Mixon. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play.
It's a gain of 3.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. He'll try to run for it. And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
So the key to these 3rd down blitzes, Mike, is you have to be confident that you're going to get home, because if not, you can leave yourself vulnerable on the back end to give up a big play. So fortunately here, the gamble pays off, and they're able to get him down for a sack.
The Texans getting all set to punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And that's a thing of beauty. Out of bounds at the 6-yard line. The Colts offense about ready to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
For a Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run here with Kittle. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Colts first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throw on the run is complete. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Big Bernard Ryman couldn't hide there. He'll drop to throw. Completing this one to down. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 8. brings up 3rd and 12.
They'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive. But instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
A fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they'll try to keep it going. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. Going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
Stroud to throw. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. To throw, it's Stroud. There's that man again. Another catch. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
13 yards on the play. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here's Gould on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On play action. The ball comes out. And the Texans are going to come up with it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Back to throw. Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
15 yards. And the Colts first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. A short pass taken in by Warren. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Quentin Nelson, former All-Pro guard, guilty on that one. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. That one complete to Pierce. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. Out of the gun. He'll throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And this is not going to do the trick. Not even close to where they needed to be. Turn it over. On down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
There's Nico Collins and his Texans teammates getting set for their next possession. We'll go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Mixon. And he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll run with Mixon. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Mixon. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. But this one is about done.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
So it's a win here for the Texans. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.